My name is Lucie Petit. I'm a French model in Hong Kong and a Coco Rocha Model Camp ambassador. If you're watching this right now, it's either because A, you know me and you want to know what is this thing I kept talking about all this time, or B, you heard of Coco Rocha Model Camp and you want to know more about it.
Should I apply? What would I learn? How is it? Is it worth it?
I've attended CRMC 12 and whether you're A or B, I'm about to tell you about my experience at camp and answer all the possible questions you could have about Coco Rocha Model Camp. I will tell you what it is about and how it can help you become a successful model. And make sure you stay till the end, I have a little surprise for you to maybe help you get a spot in a future camp. What is Coco Rocha Model Camp? The camp is a multi-day masterclass for female models and now also welcoming female photographers. Whether you're aspiring to become a model, even if you have no experience, or if you are already an established model wanting to take her career to the next level, Coco Rocha Model Camp gives you a world-class education taught by the supermodel and queen of pose, Coco Rocha. Hell yeah, she's the model with 1,000 poses, so expect 1,000 faces. Where is Coco Rocha Model Camp? The camp holds occasional events in Canada, but the original one is happening in New York at Coco's house. No joke. It's about 1 hour up New York and it's a beautiful compound, completely renovated, with a large swimming pool and a photo studio directly on site. The X-Men mansion for models is full of art pieces and design furnitures, so it gives you a numerous amount of Instagram-worthy shots. For privacy issues, the exact address is kept private until you are 100% confirmed for the camp, and you are not allowed to disclose the address afterwards, which makes total sense, come on. But no worries, it's not complicated to get there, everything is well explained, and it is searchable on Google Maps. On top of that, Coco sets up an e-meeting on Instagram beforehand, and girls usually meet at Grand Central and go together to the camp. That's what I did personally. We took the train together and shared the taxi cost afterwards. What is the program? Across 4 days, you get both practical and theory classes. On day 1, you check in at the camp, get a little tour of the compound, chill and get to know each other. I've personally got welcomed by James, Coco's husband, and he helped me put my luggage into the lodge, which is the second part of the house in the domain, and we've headed to the main house. I wasn't sure if Coco would be there or not, but guess who opened the door and took my jacket? Yes, Coco!
What a coincidence!
She was genuinely friendly, you know, like just a regular person that would nicely welcome you to her house. I have missed that sounds for so long! In the evening, there's an introductory class and you get your portfolio reviewed by Coco and James. It's great, so they tell you what are your strengths and weaknesses and what to do to diversify it and improve it overall. And if you don't have a portfolio yet, don't worry, everyone is at a different level, you will get one eventually. On day 2, it's post-class in the morning. You will learn how important music is. So I would suggest you to prepare a playlist ahead, or at least a few songs that empowers you and make you feel something, so you'll be ready when it's your turn. After that, you squeeze a fitting somewhere in between during lunch breaks, so you can try on the clothes that Coco picked for you to wear for the next day for the photo shoot. Then, runway class in the afternoon. After that, you head to another class about the expectations and reality of the modeling industry. Coco and Jens answer all the questions that have been previously submitted anonymously, so make sure to write down all the questions you could possibly have. And because it's been a long day and you've been working out, you get to replenish with yummy food. Yummy, yummy food. There's a big variety when it comes to food, and you can choose plenty of healthy snacks available at any time, like fruits, nuts, chips, whatever you feel like. On day 3, you split into 2 groups. Half a day is the photo shoot, meanwhile the other group is having a class on social media, branding, agencies and contracts, and then both groups switch. If you're a part of the first group like I was, you start with the photo shoot. You show up at the studio and you get prepared by the glam team, under the direction of Coco. You will shoot 1 fashion look full shot, plus 1 portrait, unless it's been decided differently with Coco, because for your portfolio you may need more of one style than the other. The shoot itself is really fast, just a few minutes long, so make sure you warm up well before. Around mid-late afternoon, both groups meet again to observe the Queen of Pose on set. We take some individual photos with Coco and a final group picture, after which we head to the main house for dinner and get a final discussion, as you check out after breakfast on day 4. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's super intense and condensed.
I'm taking a nap!
You want to take a nap?
I'm taking a nap here.
Okay, take a nap right there then.
I'm gonna...
But it covers everything you need to know about the modeling industry and the business around it. It gives you the right directions to either start a career or take yours to another level. Who is accepted to Coco Rocha Model Camp? I may surprise you, but absolutely any girl/woman possibly can. Of course, not everyone gets accepted. Coco reviews each candidate personally and chooses who can potentially be a part of the adventure. But no matter if you are shorter, bigger, older, or simply different from the usual modeling standards, because Coco Rocha Model Camp embraces diversity. The modeling beauty standards are changing, which, by the way, I invite you to check out another of my videos that could interest you on that subject. And so Coco Rocha Model Camp understood that. They've had models from more than 33 countries around the world, from like different backgrounds and ethnicities, models ranging from age 14 to 40 and plus, and even models in wheelchairs. It's amazing! How much is Coco Rocha Model Camp? The camp is $2,500 and that covers your food, drinks, accommodation, the photo shoot with a published and renowned photographer plus the glam team, so makeup artist and hairstylist, and your education for the 3 nights and 4 days that you're staying on site. Don't get me wrong, it's an investment, but it's one of the best investments you can possibly make. Personally, I came all the way from Hong Kong, so my flight tickets added to that amount, so yeah, it was quite some money. But when I see where I am now in my career and state of mind compared to last year, it's so worth it. Sometimes you need to spend money to make money, if you know what I mean. Be the one to invest in yourself and your future self. I know they also offer a number of payment plans to help you pay for it if you wish, and they can all be explained to you when you apply to the camp. And of course, the application is free of charge. Is it worth it? Did I not answer that yet? Yes, 100%, and let me explain you why. I was already modeling for a few years when I joined CRMC, and I thought I knew all the theory already, and I was more looking forward to the practice, like practical classes, to improve my skills. But then I realized that there were some questions that were asked and we covered some subjects that I wasn't even aware of. So I learned so much even though I was already an established model. Thing is, CRMC gives you a speed-up education to master your modeling skills or start establishing yourself as a model.
The only thing I regret is that this program didn't exist when I first started modeling, because it would have taken me so much further, so much faster, instead of me trying to learn how to model by myself.
Yes, you learn by practicing, but what if you start with a strong base?
Girl, she's ready to conquer.
It's so empowering. You don't just grow as a model, but as a confident and powerful woman. And when you get out of there, you feel like you can do anything. And you can. How is the atmosphere at camp? It's like a boarding school, but so much better, with more freedom and so much more fun. Beside the class, you also get a few breaks, so you can also enjoy some personal time. We're all having breakfast, lunch, dinner together. Coco cooks you breakfast in the morning, and she cooked my eggs perfectly. Sometimes her kids are around too. You really feel like being a part of Coco's family for a few days. It feels like home, and it's great. Now, Coco and James, they are the most genuine, fun, down-to-earth person you could possibly meet. And they're always there to try to make sure that everyone is having fun and everyone is okay. So, no. How about the other girls? I bet you've been watching ANTM, America's Next Top Model, and would expect something similar, right? Well, not at all. You're not in a competition with other girls. There's no drama. It's like girls supporting each other. It's a big sisterhood, and you grow yourself together. Speaking of which, I've started a Coco Rocha Model Camp alumni group chat for models and photographers who attended different camps. So far, we are more than 130 to have connected, and we share tips, give each other advices, help each other out, and so the adventure doesn't stop when the camp finishes. What happens after the camp? Coco gives you all the tools you need to have a successful career. Doesn't mean that you are going to sign with modeling agencies around the world as soon as you're out of the camp. No, but you could, depending on what you do after the camp. Did I notice more opportunities after the camp? Yes, because again, if you're serious enough, you are going to create these opportunities yourself after the camp. Personally, when I went back to Hong Kong, I've organized test shoots, made a new portfolio, and networked. I've reached out to more agencies across Asia, made a few contacts in different cities, and got an offer for a contract in Singapore. I got great feedbacks from clients and photographers I've worked with. One even told me my posing was so Coco Rocha-like. Thank you! Through Elegance, my agency here in Hong Kong, I booked an e-commerce shooting for Adidas. A few weeks ago, a presentation for Victoria's Secret Fall 20 collection. And I'll make a few appearances in a French TV show coming out soon. And more importantly, I've started this YouTube channel to guide aspiring and established models become more successful in their career by sharing my own modeling tips and some of the tricks I've learned from Coco Rocha. So if you are interested in growing your modeling career, make sure to subscribe. Now comes the little surprise I've mentioned before. If you are thinking about joining Coco Rocha Model Camp's adventure and haven't applied yet, find me on Instagram at Lucie Petit. You and I are going to have a conversation. Then go to their website, fill up your application, and make sure you refer me in this section. Why? Because it always makes you look better when you are being referred. So once you'll tell me that you've applied, I will personally message Coco and Coco's team to make sure that they know about you. I can't promise you'd get a spot, but why don't you give it a shot?
Coco Rocha Model Camp. I don't know why I did that. It's like, you know, in Jumanji, Smoldering Intensity? Every time I say Coco Rocha Model Camp, Coco Rocha Model Camp, Coco Rocha Model Camp.
I think I've covered pretty much everything, but if you still have questions, make sure to ask me down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!